Welcome to Decades Rock Live. I'm Barry Summers, producer of the show. We're here at Decades Rock Confidential to honor the legendary Ann and Nancy Wilson in Heart. We have an amazing group of stars here tonight. We have a reunion happening tonight with Alice in Chains, and we have Jerry Cantrell, Sean Kinney, Mike Inez. We have Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses, and of course, Velvet Revolver. And you guys decided to bring on a couple different singers with you tonight. We have William DuVall on our right here.
We got Mr. Phil Anselmo from Pantera.
Did Alice and Pantera ever tour together?
We never did, actually.
No. Guitar rocker Dave Navarro, folks, is in the house. Dave, why don't you tell us about your early influences and your connection and influence of Heart?
You know, they're just a magical band. You know, they're raw talent, but it's polished. And the music has always taken me away to another place, which is kind of what I look for in music, in great rock and roll, is something that can transport me somewhere else. Listening to Heart certainly framed and shaped my playing in terms of layers and dynamics, especially when I was young and I was told that Nancy played a lot of guitars. And, you know, at 11 years old, I was like, are you kidding me?
We're here with multi-platinum recording artist, country superstar, Gretchen Wilson. How are you, Gretchen?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. You sang for a while with a cover band. Did you ever sing any Heart songs?
Oh, yeah. I covered Straight On, Barracuda. I still do Barracuda. I did Straight On last year in my show, and I thought I should change it up a little bit this year and started doing Barracuda. But I've done several Heart songs through the years.
And you've performed together in the past.
Yeah, we did the country, the CMT Music Awards one time, and we've performed on stage too at my show. It's been really cool.
What's it like performing with Ann and Nancy?
Scary, frightening, overwhelming. It's I mean, I've been singing these songs since I was a little girl, and it's like a dream come true to have Ann and Nancy walk on stage, and it's amazing.
Rufus, what songs are you going to be performing tonight with Heart?
I'm doing Dog and Butterfly.
Excellent, great song.
Excited to be here.
That sounded great.
You sound great on Dog and Butterfly.
I'm so honored to be here and that you even considered me, only because I was the kid that ran away from you people.
Who can blame you?
Scared me.
Yeah.
But I love singing rock and roll, and you know, and you guys are such incredible
And you
singers.
come from a whole
so.
musical family.
Yeah, and you're also
musical
kind of the
family.
rock and roll version of my mom and my aunt.
Yeah.
'Cause they're my mother and my aunt, Kate and Anna McGarrigle.
Yeah.
They're singing sisters.
The McGarrigles.
So I know that sister vibe, sister
Yeah.
act.
Yeah.
Jerry, how has Heart influenced your music?
I mean, really, the three big bands to me personally, in my little town of Spanaway, Washington, were you know, I was a big Hendrix fan, of course. I was a huge Heart fan, and you know, as I started to get into the harder rock, we had Queensryche as well. So, but that was kind of my first taste of something that was close to home, something I could really like latch onto and kind of call my own. And their music definitely spoke to me. And then later on to become friends with them, you know, is a great thing.
I guess we just were always bumping into each other in the night on stages and at houses.
At houses.
Yeah, usually mine.
Spend a lot of hours like just jamming on acoustic guitars.
You've made my hands bleed so many nights trying to play
At Ann's house.
acoustic guitar with you till like 6 o'clock in the morning, which is very difficult. She has hands of granite, I swear to God,
Yeah.
because I could not keep up.
Capable hands.
But it was very fun.
Carrie Underwood, how are you, Carrie?
Good.
You performed alone on American Idol, didn't you?
I did, and that was actually one of the songs that I had planned to long before I was even on the show. I had two teenage sisters when I was really small, so they listened to, you know, all the rock stations, and that's where I first heard Heart on the radio and stuff like that, and then I kind of worked my way backwards, and as I grew up and learned to appreciate great music, you know, I'd go out and buy the previous CDs that came out before.
What do you see the biggest difference between the classic rock in those days and the music that's coming out today that you hear on the radio?
There's really a sort of a wave going on right now with sort of college age and younger people where they're rediscovering some of the older music, and they're going back and they're finding that there's a sense of history to it. Bands that were just around for a while instead of something disposable that's just gone all the time. You know?
It really does show that, you know, great music transcends generations, and that's why it's decades, you know, rock concert. Because, I mean, years forward, you know, I guarantee you my children will be listening to them. So.
Jerry Cantrell, favorite Heart song?
I gotta go with Barracuda, man.
Man?
Magic Man.
I really
Fun
do.
to do.
It's
I
rocks.
think Dog and Butterfly.
Dog and Butterfly.
Dog and Butterfly is not my favorite. 'Cause it's great. It's great.
I say Barracuda. I actually just learned the song, so I might be playing it tonight.
You got a favorite?
Dreamboat Annie, for God's sake.
Excellent.
I like Sand. Just makes
Sand.
me cry every time they
That's a Love Mongers
sing
song.
it, and it's a Love Monger
little
song
bit more
they sang
obscure.
at Lane's funeral, and just every time you guys sing it, I just tear up thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Minstrel Wind.
Yeah.
I choke. I get a little lump in my throat.
Oh, you didn't, no, not limp. Lump.
Oh, yeah.
Not limp. Lump.
Ann and Nancy, talk about your affinity with Led Zeppelin, because you guys play a lot of Zeppelin tunes when you're on tour. And
We got to see them play a lot
Yeah, we
live
go see
a
them
lot
live.
of times.
There was something about them that was so androgynous in a cool way.
They were
They were-
highly sexual, yet male, female, sort of both, you know.
They were floating up there in the universe, and we could latch onto it. I felt that that I could sing Plant Stuff, and the guys in the band, no one else could sing it. They couldn't get up that high, so the job fell to me. So then the other job fell to Nancy.
You talk about like Zeppelin's duality. I think you guys mastered that. There's so many bands that are influenced by Led Zeppelin but don't get it really.
Yeah.
And I think the dynamics you guys have shown throughout your body of work shows that you really got it.
She said it looked like she wasn't afraid of the guitar.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
like
A lot of women musicians, a lot of women guitar players, they do one of two things. They either look like they're scared of the instrument they're holding, or they play hyper masculine. But you had this thing and have this thing that's completely your own, where you're very powerful but very feminine.